All right, we're working on the Dodge again. It's an 04 2500 Ram Cummins, and the cruise control doesn't work. You could turn the cruise control on, the green light comes on, and you could go ahead and set it, but it tries for a few seconds and gives up. And on the diesels, they have an electric vacuum pump because they're not really able to create their own vacuum. And where that's located, so if, you know, here's the engine bay. You come into the passenger side, way in the corner here, and that's your vacuum pump. And from what I know, one of the ways you could test it is if you have your key on accessories, it turns on the pump. If there's no leaks, then the pump shuts off. So we come here. Okay, so I don't know if you can hear that. The pump's definitely pumping. And one thing you could do is pull the line on the bottom. This line kind of goes along the firewall. You know, if you put your hand right over it, it stops right away. So you definitely have a vacuum leak. And this line here comes here. There's a T that goes to the firewall. And then it comes here, then it goes down underneath the battery. And there's actually a I don't know exactly what the unit is, but it plugs into something else as well, which you could kind of reach down there, pull the line off, hopefully. There we go. Now if you come here, plug it up, it does nothing. And keep working your way down. And that's pulling the vacuum, but it is taking a little while for it to stop. So it stopped. I'll hold my finger on it for a while. I don't know what's inside past the firewall where that line goes, if there's quite a bit of volume for it to pull a vacuum. But I did notice once it's satisfied, it never comes back on. So I assume that there is no leaks, and that's the appropriate amount of time for the pump to pull its vacuum that it needs. Okay, so let me shut that off. I have found where the leak is, and it's on this line. We got a little cut here. Let's see if I can find it. There it is. I don't know if you can see that. It's a little nick in it. So what I'll do, I'll cut it right there, and I have a piece of some rubber line here, which I'd rather it be the black type hose, but yeah, this fits nice and snug on there, and I might put a little bit of RTV or glue in there to help seal it. But yeah, I'll cut that section off, and then we'll splice it. But let's say if you know, if you had your finger on the pump and it still wasn't being satisfied, then that means your pump isn't able to pull the vacuum anymore and it's worn out. And just replace the pump at that point. They're like 110 bucks at most auto parts stores. So yeah, we'll go ahead and get that fixed and give it a test drive, but it's a pretty simple system here, so I expect this to work. All right, so we got the line spliced and fixed. Right now the power's on, so I just took the line off, put it back on, and it satisfies right away. So that's good. I expect that this will be fine when I test drive it. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and zip tie it up, and we should be good to go.